Hello and welcome to this webinar on the Small Claims Track portal. My name is Nikki Carter and I've called this webinar Challenges for PI Lawyers. And the reason I've done that is because what I wanted to do was talk a little bit about in the webinar format, the areas where the Small Claims Track portal continues to throw up. I'm going to use the word challenges. We could say problems, couldn't we? We're going to look at some of the trickier areas of the process and kind of zoom in really and see what we know about what's been happening, what might some of the solutions might be to some of these difficulties and kind of how that works. Okay, let's get straight onto it. We've got an hour's webinar to do. So I want to talk about what I've included. And kind of the very first thing really to address is where to start cases. Okay, so which cases begin in the SCT portal? What do we actually need to what cases are we going to be looking at to start there? And if we're not starting them in the SCT portal, where are we going? So I want to look at cases that are captured by it. I then wanted to move on and I wanted to look at when the protocol ceases to apply. And I've chosen those words quite carefully because we're in a whole new arena. If you've used the SCT portal at all, you'll know that it's not quite like the RTA low value portal. There are occasions when we leave the portal. What's unique about this one, however, is that sometimes we come back to it again. Now, in the low value RTA portal, we never go back again. Once we've left, we've left. As you know, this one is not the same. So there are occasions when the protocol, as I say, simply ceases to apply. And we'll examine kind of what we mean about that in some detail in a short while. Continuing the outline, I wanted to talk a little bit about admissions. There's been a little bit of satellite, let's call it, litigation about the role, the status of admissions made within the portal. What is their status when you've left the portal? So all very well to get an admission within the SCT portal. What happens when you leave? And whether you never come back again, what's happened about your admission? Is it still there? Is it still valid? So I want to talk a little bit about the security, if you like, of admissions and quite what that means once you've left. The other thing I wanted to discuss was something that's been a sort of real problem since the portal came along, and that is the issue of trying to work out how to value so-called mixed injury claims. So we know, of course, that we've got